Hey guys, my name is Brenna Chauvin. I am a part of the Early American Weiters class at HCC, and as part of our semester-long project, there were several options, and I'm choosing the video picture collage project. So, without further ado, I'd like to take you along with me. So, it turns out that when I got there, I found I was not able to film or take pictures of the inside of the house. So, I'm gonna insert some pictures of the outside of the house that I took, and then part of some of my pictures got deleted as I was editing this video. So, I had to go on the internet and find some pictures of the outside of the museum. Also, I found some of the inside of the museum during that process. So, I'm forewarning you, I did not take pictures of the inside of the house. If you do, you will get kicked out of the museum. So don't take pictures. So, now that you've seen all the pictures, PSA again, do not take pictures of the inside of the house. Some of the pictures are from the website, and some of them I found on Google Images. So, the experience. You go there, you have to make sure you have coins on you because they don't have parking, they have side street parking. Luckily, actually, if you don't, they will give you change for parking, which I did, and I have extra coins now. So you go, and it was weird because they said that one of the times to get the tour done was 1:30, and I went and they said, oh, we're not having a tour until 2. So call them because their times do change. You get there, and I actually was able to participate in a sit-in. So they have this room, and then they have an adjacent room, and on one wall it has t-shirts, and another wall it has a bunch of pictures. It was actually in this one of the slides that was in this project with a bunch of different portraits on it. And this woman talked to us about the publication of the Emily Dickinson works. So one of them, it was, I believe she was still, either she was still alive or she had just died. And juicy tea from the 1800s, if you don't know what that means, it means gossip. So Emily had a mom and a dad, and she had 3 siblings. I can never pronounce the sister's name, and Austin. She's the middle child. Emily is. And her older brother got married, and his father built the building next door, the second building that was in this project. That's called the Evergreens, and he lived there with his children and his wife Sue. But he had a lover named Mabel, which everyone was okay with because her husband, who was a Amherst College professor, I believe astronomy, not astrology, was having an affair as well. So apparently that was just a thing that was accepted. Emily didn't really like her very much. And the Austin's other sister didn't like Mabel either. Oh wait, no, I lied. She didn't, okay, so she didn't, the younger sister didn't mind as much. She actually, her mailbox was used to exchange love letters between the two. Yeah, the family, it's like every family. Every family's got some sort of issues. So, anyway, the reason why I brought Mabel up is because she was put, so Sue, Austin's actual wife, was put in charge of publishing and transcribing her poems because Emily had really messy handwriting, and they think it was something to do with her eyes. And so Sue was taking too long, so then the sister took the poems back and gave them to Mabel, and Mabel gave them to an editor. But the thing was, they like kind of not ruined her poems, but they made them rhyme, and they took out all her dashes and her crosses and kept with one word variation, because what's cool about Emily Dickinson poems is that she has multiple different variations of different poems. So like what we learned in the tour was we were all sitting in this room, and on the wall is a poem, and she like there'd be little cutouts of different words, and she'd pull the thing on the side and like different words would pop up that she had written. So it was really cool, and almost gave each poem like a different vibe. Well, the same poem, but it felt like different poems because she was using different words. And it was just a really, really cool, like, hands-on experience that we got to try. So anyway, yeah, Mabel and them kind of ruined them. That's what I learned. And then there was another set done in the 50s, and then another set done in the 90s. And the ones with the 50s that's when we first started really, you know, analyzing her poems and using it in scholarly work, and educational purposes. And the actual tour was 60 minutes. You get to look at Emily Dickinson's house and the Evergreens next door. Emily Dickinson's house is completely restorated. It's been restored. The Evergreen house is falling apart at the seams. They have like bolts on the wall because like what's the word? The wall's cracking. It was almost, it was so weird to explain. It was on the fireplace. And I'm losing my train of thought because I'm not really used to videos. And there's also another guided tour outside of both places, I believe. And it's like their gardens and whatnot. But it was the Evergreen house was creepy, and I kind of felt like I was gonna fall through the floorboards at any moment. But it was still really cool, and I'm sorry, I'm still losing my train of thought because there's just so much I learned about, like the fact that Emily Dickinson has over 1,000 different poems, which is crazy. Also, apparently she was a no-hoper at Mount Holyoke because there was the saved, the could be saved, and the not saved, and this is in religious terms, and apparently she just could not be saved. She says she was there for a year and then left. Like, the poor thing, like, she just has this, like, this, myth about her that she's this big recluse. And I mean, towards, like, the last 3 to 15 years of her life, she kind of was, but, for the most part, she was, like, really, like, in with family, like, she was just more of a family-oriented person. She was the the baker, she was the gardener, she was the writer. Like, that's just kind of like her thing. She just liked to be home. The last time she actually ever went out was for her nephew's death, and he was 8, and I actually got to see his room, and it was really depressing. Like, he was only 8. It was sad. His original toys were still in there, and yeah, so I guess my suggestion was just go there. Like I said, the tours are an hour long. For students, it's $10. I forgot how much it is for adults. I believe also people of Amherst get a discount as well. So my point is just go do it, and also don't be afraid to go by yourself, because I went to the museum by myself, any museum for the first time by myself, and I actually really enjoyed it, and I took my time, kind of went ahead of the group and for a little bit and just explored by myself, and yeah, I just took in a lot of information, and I highly recommend it. Thanks for listening. Bye.